Centuries ago, churches and places of worship used to be the hubs of all social services and charity. Modernization and government interference has since taken over this role, but religion remained prevalent in society, up until the previous 2 decades. Religion in Canada has been on a sharp downturn since the early 2000s, and across the country, provinces are becoming less religious every year. 2021 Canadian census data showed that 34.6% of Canadians do not consider themselves to be religiously affiliated. 2 provinces and 1 territory came in with the highest numbers of secular populations: the Yukon with 59.7%, British Columbia with 52.1%, and Alberta at 40.1%. Overall, in 2021, 53.3% of Canadians reported themselves to be Christian. However, this number is down from 67% in 2011 and 77% in 2001. The number of people reporting no religious affiliation in Canada has more than doubled in 20 years. However, so has the number of people who identified themselves as being Muslim, Hindu, or Sikh. Even so, the number of people practicing religion in Canada is getting smaller every year. With fewer people practicing religion, those who lead congregations are starting to feel the strain and are having to take other avenues like online streaming to maintain their membership, a luxury that Reverend Jason Myers of Toronto Metropolitan United Church is only afforded because it was generously gifted to his church.
My name is Reverend Jason Myers, and I'm the Minister of Worship and Faith Formation here at Metropolitan United Church. And in the spring, it will be 5 years that I've been here at the church. Trajectory has been downwards for most churches for many years, but certainly COVID accelerated that. And so in the United Church, the last I heard is that we're now closing 2 churches a week.
Western religions are becoming less popular, but other denominations are not necessarily singing the same tune. For mosques in Toronto, attendance and community numbers have significantly increased. For the Imam at Masjid Toronto, this is most certainly the case.
I'm Dr. Wael Shihab. I'm the Imam, the resident scholar of Masjid Toronto. I have been here since 2015. I may say that we have noticed that the turnout of the people after the pandemic is more than what we used to receive here in our facilities, in our mosques.
So why is it that only Christianity is on a steep downturn? Experts say diversification and secularization are the biggest moving parts when it comes to the evolution of religion in Canada.
For example, immigration is a key variable. We know that around 80% of those who immigrate to Canada today, predominantly from the global south and east, identify with a religion.
Scholars like Thiessen also subscribe to the belief that religion is socialized, and that as religion relies more on socialization than generational teaching, we begin to see the numbers drop.
I think we will continue to see a growth or even stabilizing presence of those who say they have no religion. As younger people are raised without any kind of religious base or norm, I think the overarching arc is one that is moving in a more secular direction. I think the data is clear on that.
According to Shahab, part of what keeps his mosque alive and well are the numerous social services offered, most of which are in partnership with churches. But he also believes that faith communities could stand to do better when it comes to engaging with society.
So I do believe we as faith communities can play bigger roles in supporting the vulnerable in our society, supporting women, supporting the youth, and making Canada a better place for all.
Reverend Myers says that people will never lose the faith and that turning to prayer will not become obsolete.
I think that we're hardwired for it, and there will likely be less buildings like this one. Hopefully we're still here in 60 or 70 years, but there will be less physical buildings, less infrastructure for organized religion.
So where does that leave the future? As much as it may be true that as long as there are people on Earth, there will be religion, this does not mean that faith is immune to the ever-changing landscapes of society.
It will probably go back to how it started, with people gathering in basements and living rooms and in parks and telling these old stories and praying together and singing songs together. That will be a perfectly good and authentic part of what religion turns into.